Hello, hi, I'm Flubs. This is going to be a replay of me in a four-person free-for-all. I'm going to be the zerg in the bottom right, the red zerg, and this is just going to be demonstrating the power of the roach. So at the moment you're watching, these are tier 2 roaches. So they've got burrow movement, and I think improved movement speed. Not sure about this. So with one slip up of the Protoss player not getting an observer out quick enough, these roaches can just stare right through everything and get right into the mineral line and do some serious damage. So you can see just took out a good 3 or 4 probes there, and I think at this point I just wanted to show that the cannons are pretty worthless against roaches. They do 20 damage a shot, something like that, but to the roach's base armor of 2 and their hit points of like 145 and their regen, it's just not enough. So I accidentally stumble into a detection with that cannon there and start slugging it out with these zealots. Not a good idea. I see that, pull them back, and then I'm going to start burrow microing them. So just burrow, regen, attack a little bit, take down a zealot or two, and then burrow again, and just keep doing that over and over until slowly but surely this zealot force will get worn down. Because 10 zealots, 10 roaches is no match for 10 zealots unburrowed. They just have way too much hit points. They do just a tremendous amount of damage, and but for a little bit of burrow, they can just survive really anything without detection. But in a free-for-all at this point of the game, I don't like to commit too much of my forces. I like to keep a small army of this size mostly intact in case I get pressured or in case someone starts to focus me. And so I felt I've done a good harassment, good damage, and pulling back. Now you're going to see a ZVZ. So I killed a Protoss player, and now it's going to be 30 or 40 of my roaches versus a huge army that he has. But these are tier 3 roaches. They have Organic Carapice research, so they can just they can just burrow, and even with detection while burrow, they can just regenerate so quickly. At tier 2, the regen is something like 10 to 15 hit points a second, something like that. At tier 3, however, it's closer to 30 or 40 hit points a second. So they can just soak up so much damage. And currently a Starcraft 2 burrow movement, you can burrow under enemy units, and so even if they try to block off a choke or the ramp, in this case to the main, it doesn't matter. They can just get right in there. So that roach force dies, does a huge damage to that guy's economy, take out his main, and that allows me to macro up and come back with a huge army of 50 roaches, and this is just way too much for him. Now he's going to have constant sight on my roaches because of that overseer right there. And he's going to have these 8 mutalisks, but these 8 mutalisks won't be able to power down a single roach for at least 40 seconds, and that's going to be GG because these roaches can just stay alive for so long, and it takes so much to power them down. A tremendous amount of focus fire or some really beefy tier 3 units. The problem with that though is that, let's say it's tier 2, you saw me masking up some roaches. Well, once tier 3 hits, all I do is click one button and upgrade that Organic Carapice. Meanwhile, in the same time, the other player will be trying to get counters, a Broodlord or an Ultralisk, and it takes the same amount of time just to get the Cavern or the Greater Spire down. By which point, by the time you get an Ultralisk or 2 or a Broodlord or 2 out, an army this huge of 50 roaches is already marching on Paris, and it's already GG. And so that's why I think they really got to nerf Organic Carapice or remove it entirely, because the roach just becomes insane tier 3. You can just see these mutalisks don't do anything. You can just see the unit overlay. They just flash between green and yellow because they just regen that so quickly, and it's just not enough. And so anyway, thanks for watching.